Hi everyone, today I'm going to share my empties with you from the past couple months. These are the Be Proud lashes and the style I have is Blink, and these were limited edition but they've been so popular they are permanent now. So I will link them below if you want to get them, and I will insert a picture of myself wearing them. I've also used them in a couple different videos. These for me are a perfect dramatic lash without being OTT, because I am not a huge lash wearer, although for special occasions and evenings out I love lashes. I feel like they really complete your look. Really great quality, they were easy to apply, the lash band was nice and thin and invisible. I will say one thing, the glue in here, I feel like the glue is much more intense than duo glue. My eyes were a little bit like watery and a little bit stingy like an hour later once the glue had like dried and the fumes were like gone into my eye or whatever. I find duo glue is just the most reliable and best glue on the market, although I've used the Ardell one and quite a few others, so I always recommend buying a separate one. But the lashes themselves, really good. Have used a couple different styles from this company. They are a Northwest UK company, so that's great, and I am already stocked up on a few different styles, so love them. Next I have this Be Good Honey and Propolis 2-in-1 cream cleanser, and I really enjoyed this. This is a UK company and it's all natural, or pretty much like has a focus on more natural ingredients. So you've got like beeswax, honey, rapeseed oil and stuff in here. It was really soft and really kind to my skin. You guys know I love cream hot cloth cleansers. Moving on to another cleanser, this is a really budget friendly one. This is the Vitamin E skincare range from Superdrug, and this is their hot cloth cleanser. These huge tubes last absolutely ages. I use this as my morning cleanse because I don't think it's as good quality as a more rich cream cleanser or like a cleansing balm, and I much prefer to use them in the evening because I feel like they're way more effective at getting off dirt and makeup. But in the morning this was perfectly fine, and it's a decent budget cleanser. It's kind of like if you really don't have the money to spend on a cleanser, I would much rather recommend this to someone than going for like Clearasil or some sort of other really harsh foaming face wash. With each year that goes by, like my skin just has more needs, as in like I just want to address different things, and I don't mind investing a little bit more in my skincare. But if you can't invest and you really are on a budget, definitely try out this line. I have pretty much used up my Bare Minerals Ready foundation. I was honestly trying to use every last bit of this up, but I have a funny story about this. I was using this whilst filming, and I kind of had my setup to the left of me with all my makeup, and then I had my foundation out open like this, and I had a cup of tea, and I spilt my cup of tea literally all over this, like it went all inside the packaging, and the actual foundation got covered in tea. Really gross, I needed to go in the bin. But I did really enjoy this foundation. I have since replaced it in my mineral makeup life with the Beautiful Movements foundation from Holland & Barrett, and I do think the formula of that is superior. I am tempted to try the original Bare Minerals because I've never actually tried it properly. I've only just heard things about it, and because they're both loose, the Beautiful Movements and the original Bare Minerals, I want to compare whether that is better, because I know the formula of this is different to the original. This is heavier coverage and more matte, and I just feel like when I use mineral makeup I don't want that. What I do think this type of foundation is suitable for is travel, because it's pressed. You cannot be a pressed powder for travel, and I personally preferred this in the end for no makeup days. Because it's so full coverage, you can literally use the tiniest dusting all over your face and you're good to go, and you can run out the door. So this was such a great quick kind of 5-minute get ready makeup, And if you're in a rush or you don't like to faff with makeup and you just like a natural base, I highly recommend checking this out. Just be aware that if you are combination oily, just don't kind of build it up to full coverage. I would personally use a liquid foundation for that kind of look. Next, I have a really disgusting bottle of Urban Decay All Nighter. This stuff has lived in my kit for the past 2 years. It is incredible. I recommend this to everyone, and everyone who tries it ends up coming back to me and saying that it's really good. They do one for oily skin called D-Slick and one for dry skin. I can't remember what the dry skin one is called, but if you find you are excessively oily, you might want to try D-Slick, although personally I've used All Nighter on many different people with oily skin and it works perfectly. If you have very dry or sensitive skin, you might find All Nighter is a bit too harsh on your skin, so you might want to go for the dry skin formula. So just wanted to let you guys know about those. I haven't used them, so can't vouch if they're as good, but All Nighter for me is a classic, and I order a new one of these when this is running out because I literally would not go to a job without it. I just love it so much. I have my second tube of my Essence False Lash Lash Princess mascara, whatever it's called. I have raved about this loads. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but it's my favourite budget mascara. It's really good. I highly recommend you give it a go. The one I'm using at the moment isn't as good, so I'm excited to pick up one of those again. Let's talk about some toothpaste because I have a funny story about this. This is the Eco Denser toothpaste. This is from Holland & Barrett. Just like charcoal is great for the skin in face masks, charcoal is really popular in tooth whitening products now because it naturally is a little bit abrasive and naturally polishes and kind of buffs off stains on the tooth. In terms of whitening your teeth, I don't think something like this is gonna really lift and whiten your teeth, especially if, like me, they are stained from tea and coffee. But I do think something like this is good if you have invested in teeth whitening products, like a professional teeth whitening service or the teeth whitening kits at home you can get. Something like this is really good to use because it will upkeep that whitening. My teeth haven't whitened significantly since using this, but they haven't got any more stained or yellowed, whereas they usually would because I drink a lot of tea. And it's also incredibly gentle and great if you have sensitive teeth. So you're gonna upkeep your white teeth, but you're not gonna really irritate your gums, which leads me on to my next story, which is really gross. So if you're squeamish about teeth and mouth stuff, then skip ahead a couple minutes because you will not like this story. It grosses me out, and I'm not even that squeamish. So I was using this exclusively since Holland & Barrett sent it over to me because I wanted to see if it worked. And then my mum brought home another toothpaste from Tesco, and one night it was an Oral-B one. I can't remember the name, but it's an Oral-B one in a blue and white tube, and it has like a gritty texture to it. And then over the next week I noticed every time I brushed my teeth with that toothpaste, I got like mucus lining my mouth. It was absolutely grim. I really thought I was ill because I just had like bits of mucus in my mouth, and I thought they were coming from my throat like you would if you had like a chest infection or something. But I thought it was weird because it was only in the morning, which is when I was using this toothpaste, and it was almost like embedded inside my mouth at the front. So I thought it was weird that I would be coughing stuff up to the front of my mouth. That just wouldn't happen, but it felt like mucus, like snot in my mouth. It was disgusting, and it was so horrible to the point where I brushed my teeth, but then I had to kind of go and rinse with water and like wash my mouth out again and like make sure all this gunk was out of my mouth. It was awful. It made me feel really self-conscious, and I was just like, should I kiss my boyfriend? Like, have I got some sort of mouth infection? I didn't know what the hell was going on. I was researching online like thick gooey mucus inside mouth in the morning. One person said that they were using a really harsh toothpaste and a really harsh mouthwash and they stopped using it and it suddenly went away. Lo and behold, I stopped using it. I just carried on using this exclusively and it went away like the day after. So that was obviously so harsh on my gums that it was almost like peeling off bits of my gums or kind of peeling off bits of dead skin inside my mouth or making my mouth produce mucus to like lubricate my mouth because it was irritating it. God knows what it was doing, but that is disgusting when you think about the fact that something is so harsh that it can irritate your mouth that much. And I am definitely like a natural toothpaste convert after that. Moving on to less gross things, I have used up myself one of my Maybelline gel liners. Even though you can see there's some still in there, this is so dry because gel liners, once they're old, you can't use them anymore and you have to throw them away because they dry out so badly that they kind of skip. And this Maybelline one is so budget friendly that I don't even mind repurchasing it, because even if you don't get to use it fully up, at least you're not spending like double or more on a high-end brand, and the actual formula and everything is just as good. Doesn't transfer, doesn't smudge, really nice gel liner. And finally, I've used up a mini travel size skin food from Weleda. Love this stuff, it's so nice. I definitely want to look into Weleda more and try out some of their other products. My mum has used quite a few bits from their body stuff. Skin food is a great kind of all-purpose balm moisturiser, so you can use this on elbows, heels, lips, like any little dry patches. But I have been using this as a really intense, nourishing night cream, kind of once or twice a week, just to give my skin an extra little boost. I will be using this much more in the winter, I imagine, because something like this will prevent your skin from getting dry patches in the wind and cold, and I just think it's a lovely product. The only thing I would say is the smell is quite strong. I'm not sure what essential oils or whatever they have in here that makes it smell so strong. It's kind of like a fresh, like herbally smell. I really like it, but my boyfriend doesn't like it. And funnily, because these are little travel sizes, whenever I stay at his house, I always pop one of these in my bag to use. And I get in bed and he's always like, oh, what's that smell again? And it's this, and I'm just like, sorry. But don't let your partner like stop you from using something if you really like it just because they don't like the look of it or they don't like the smell of it. Like, sod them, you use what you love, and I will continue to love and use my skin food because it's so good for your skin. I would love to know if you've used any of these products. If you have, let me know what you've thought of them as well down below in a comment. I will also always have my social media links below, so I always have fun on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, so you can follow me on there and we can chat outside of YouTube, and you can always be updated on new videos. If you are new, please subscribe to my channel because I've posted 3 new videos a week, and I would love to see you in my next video as well. I'll see you then. Bye!